Let's do this. The first one here, it says write the ratio of the first measurement to the second measurement. Do you remember what has to happen with these?
No.
They have to be the same.
Same what?
Measurement.
The same measurement, the same units, okay? So here's what I need you to consider. We're going to kind of do it together, but I'm going to let you try some things on your own. This is inches, right? This is feet and inches. What are our units that we want to convert to then? Inches. Makes the most sense, right?
What's in there?
It's water.
Water.
Okay, be done. So if we want to convert everything to inches, 28 inches is ready to go. So put that on the top. Okay? How do I make 12 feet some number of inches? Multiply it by 12. So you're going to go 12 times 12 is 144. So how many inches is 12 feet 6 inches?
Why are we doing 12 times 12? Because there's 12 inches in a foot.
There's 12 inches in 1 foot, right?
12 feet.
150.
Yep.
So you get,
8 over 150.
add the 6 to it, you get 150. So this is 150
That could be
inches,
reduced.
okay? Right. So if you can reduce, you do. Can anyone figure out what 28 over 150 reduces to?
Let me think. 75. It's 75.
You know what? You're right. The American
What over 75?
measurement system is
16
retarded.
Yeah.
No.
Why are we doing 12s?
If I cut this in half, right? If I divide by 2 on both of these, 28 divided by 2 is
Oh, it's
14. 150 divided by 2 is 75. Can you reduce that?
That's because of 8 plus 8.
28 inches.
Cannot reduce that, right? So this is your ratio
Where did Isaiah go?
to the bathroom.
Can I go
Okay.
with him?
You guys try number 2 then. 3 feet 3 inches to 11 inches. See if you can convert that into the same units.
Guys.
Don't tell them, just do it.
This is so hard because the American measurement system is retarded. Why is it in
They're
12?
less us, bro.
You can figure it out. I believe in you.
I bet you the people who invented like the measurements for America were like in formal geometry.
Yeah, they probably were. They were in like Algebra 1A.
Yeah, they're like algebra 1B. Algebra 1 advanced, you mean?
So 3 feet would be how many inches? And then you gotta add on to it.
I almost
Wait, we're supposed to do those two?
Yes, max and max.
39. Yes, max.
Okay, what'd you get?
39 over 11.
39 over 11. So 3 feet, right? 12 times 3
Oh,
is
I did
36
11 over
inches.
39.
You always do it the first to the second. So the first goes on top, the second goes on bottom.
Where'd you get the 12 in?
There's 12 inches in 1 foot, right? So if there's 12 inches in 1 foot, then 3 feet would be 12 times 3. Okay, so here's the deal. You have 36 inches plus 3. So 36 plus 3 is 39 inches. So it's 39 inches to 11 inches. So 39 over 11. If you can reduce, you reduce. Can we reduce this?
No.
No. So you're done. 39 to 11. Okay? All right. Number 3. This says
That's not
the,
even really that
hey,
bad.
you don't get to talk about her anymore. Just be done.
Yeah, guys.
The lengths of the sides of a triangle are in this extended ratio. Does anyone remember when we set up an extended ratio like this, what we attached to the numbers every time? We wanted a common factor, right? So we just attached a variable. I always did x, but you can do whatever variable you want as long as it's the same variable. It says the triangle's perimeter is 510, and this is talking about the lengths of the sides of a triangle. So we don't know what it actually looks like, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a visual. This ratio is basically saying if this side is 3x, then this one is 6x, and this one is 8x. So if they tell us the perimeter is 510, what can we do with all this to find the lengths of each individual side? Add them up, right. We're going to say 3x plus 6x plus 8x equals what? But what are we setting it equal to on the other side?
Equals triangle.
The 510, the perimeter of the triangle. Okay, so add that up, you get 17x equals 510. And then you'll divide by 17. So 510 divided by 17 is 30. Okay, so x equals 30. Look at what the question's asking. X is 30. It says, what are the lengths of the sides? What do you do? Plug it into each one, right? 3 times 30 makes this side 90. 6 times 30 makes this side 180. And 8 times 30 makes this side 240. Does that make sense? So just make sure you read the question. What are they asking you for? If they're asking you for x, fine, just solve for x. If they're asking you to plug that x in, then make sure you plug it in. Okay, I want you to try number 4 because we did one of these at the beginning of class and we did these a couple days ago.
I already did.
Can you scroll back up, please?
I can't do it.
I already did it.
Okay, then do number 5 too.
I already did number 5.
Great.
I already gave up on
On to number
number
6.
You can help your neighbors.
Forrest, you wanna help me? I'm your neighbor.
Can you come over here, please? Actually, okay, so possible slide.
I can't read it anyways. That's just
And then don't forget
me.
parentheses, right?
It's
Oh,
because my
yeah.
handwriting is
So
so
do-
nice. Wait, for number 7, it would be, what I put 1
Too hard for me, too hard.
Not 2 again.
It's official.
Uh,
Yeah, it's difficult.
Well, you would put, you always go the
Guys.
first figure over the second. So 10 over 5, 6
I
over
am now
3,
licensed.
4. Work it out. What do you got?
I gave up. I don't know what to do.
Cross multiply?
For, Luke,
So
do you
this
know what
times
you
that.
Force yeah, cross multiplication.
What does that
Can you
mean?
come help us?
Yeah, Forrest, come over.
Oh,
Come
Yeah,
over.
we
play
did.
it.
We literally did it like 10 minutes ago.
just cross multiply, so. Do you know what we're doing? How do you multiply b plus y?
Kind of.
You, remember you put it in parentheses?
So this times that, that's this string, equals this
So-
plus that. So you have the right information, you
Cross
just gotta.
multiplying these. So
I
56
know we have to
times 2,
cross multiply.
that's 102.
Do I? Okay,
Wait, what
Oh
did you,
my gosh.
what?
it's just on.
We're cross multiplying, so 56 times 2 is 102.
No, it's not. It's 112.
Or 112.
This is why you should have used your calculator for that.
Anyone got an answer for me?
4, I got 15.
You should use your calculator.
You got 15? I actually don't have it worked out, so I'm not certain what it is. Let's check how this lays out. So 2 times 56 is what?
Oh, she's doing it. It's 112.
112. Okay, and we set that equal to what?
7 plus 7.
Don't forget your parentheses, right? 7 times b plus 1, which is 7b plus 7. When you distribute it,
What?
right? 7 times b, 7 times 1. What's your next step?
Minus 7.
Take away the 7. So you get 105 equals 7b, and then divide by 7.
Oh, I get it now.
So b is, what is that? 135, 15?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah? Do you remember how to check it?
Plug it back in.
If you plug it in here, 15 plus 1 is 16 over 56, should reduce to 2 over 7. Okay. What you can, if you don't know how this reduces, if you cross multiply and cross multiply, you should just get equal numbers, right? That's another way you could do it. Or 2 divided by 7 should equal 16 divided by 56. So there's a lot of ways that you could check it. Okay, so number 5, talk me through it. What do you do? Cross multiply, which would get you what?
3y plus 18.
Okay, I'm going to not do it in our head first, but yes, you're correct. So 3 parentheses y plus 6 equals,
3y, oh, 8.
so that was this. The other one is 8y.
Scratch my face, my pencil stabbed me.
Okay. Okay, so if this is our setup, then we distribute 3y plus 18 equals 8y. What's next?
Minus 3.
Take away the 3y. So you get 5y equals 18. And then we divide by 5. Anyone know what that comes out to? 5, 10, 15, 3 and 2/5, or 3.4, right? Did I do that wrong? Did I do, oh no, it is 3. 3 and 3/5, 3.6. So either one of those is fine. Okay. Questions on that? Okay, then we move on to 7.2. 7.2 asks, are the polygons similar?
Yeah,
How do you know?
because all the corners are the same.
All the angles are congruent. Okay, so the corresponding angles are congruent,
Times
right?
them all by 2 and they equal
Yeah,
those numbers.
This is the same as that. Okay, all the angles match up. Then you set up your proportions. And it's always the first figure to the second figure. So what's this ratio? 10 over what?
10 over 5.
10 over 5,
So it's 2 to 1.
right? That would be 2 to 1. You got to check the others. 14 to 7,
2 over 1.
which is also 2 over 1. 8 over 4, also 2 to 1. And 6 to 3. Ooh, that's a 3 to 3. 6 to 3. Those are all equal, right? They all equal 2 to 1. So this is your scale factor, 2 to 1, which means, are they similar? We would say yes, these are similar because they have the same scale factor all the way through.
Can I just write yes?
You should say yes with a scale factor of 2 to 1.
What does that mean? Oh, yes.
The scale
I get it.
factor, right? What it reduces to. Does that make sense? So set up those proportions and then simplify and see if they're the same. Okay, scale drawings. If you have a scale drawing where 1 inch equals 5 feet, you can set that up like this. 1 inch is 5 feet, okay? Scale drawings, you don't need the same units. You have to be across from the same units. So inches across from inches and feet across from feet, right? If it says the Parthenon is 228 feet long, how tall or how long should you make the building in your scale drawing? Where is that 228 gonna go?
The X then to the bottom.
Holy.
Wait.
What's on bottom?
228.
228, yes. So feet with feet, right? 228 feet is the actual length. X is the number of inches that are going to represent the 228. Does that make sense? So inches across from inches, Forrest, feet across from feet. Okay? What do you do with that? You cross multiply it. So you get 5x, and you set that equal to 228. Okay, then divide by 5.
45.6.
Say it again.
45.6.
45.6 what?
Feet. Inches.
Inches, right? We're saying inches to feet should equal inches to feet. Our unknown was inches. So 45.6 inches. Not to be confused with 45 feet and 6 inches, right? And not to be confused with 45 inches and a half, because 0.6 is not a half. So just leave it as the decimal, 45.6 inches. Good on that? Are we acing this quiz tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah? Good. Okay. Last section. This is the one we just did today, so this should be freshest in your head.
I just had a flex on
Okay. Are you done? Did you do it all?
that. Yeah.
Tell us what you did, Forrest.
Like left to right, so I put x over x plus 1, and then 12 over 15.
Okay. You'll get the right answer like that because the properties of proportions are beautiful and they're very helpful, but that's not technically how we did it.
Oh,
Remember, it's always
x
the
over
two that are
12.
on the same line that you put over top of each other. But you got the right answer if you did it that
So
way.
would it be x over 12 and then
I got x
Right.
equals 6.
Remember we said if we extend that parallel line, it just kind of acts like our fraction bar, right? X over 12 equals x plus 1 over 15. And then we'll cross multiply. Are you writing this down? So cross multiply. 15 times x is 15x. 12 times x plus 1. Don't forget your parentheses because we're going to distribute that. So simplify. We get 15x
Okay.
equals 12x plus 12, which you got, right? 15x
Yeah,
equals
I got
12x
x
plus
equals
12.
6.
Yeah, you're right. No,
It's 4.
it's not. It's 4.
It's 4.
So somewhere you did math wrong, but your setup should have worked. So you just did
Oh.
calculations wrong. So take away 12x and you get 3x equals 12.
I'm so stupid.
Stop. So x equals 4. Okay. Okay, now this one was different. This is the angle bisector one, right? Where the angles are congruent. But if you recall,
I went to serve.
Shh. You too. Stop it. If you recall, when it's an angle bisector, it's the same idea. It's the two that are on the same line that we turn into a ratio. So what over what?
6 over 9.
Right. We're going to say 6 over 9 equals what?
9
Ew.
huh?
Why would you say
So if
that?
I put these two,
Wouldn't it be
I
6
saw
over
it on
9
TikTok, there's this
equals
guy,
x minus 4?
and
Oh,
like,
it's x.
over x, yes. Okay. Hey, you don't get to talk anymore. Seriously, either one of you. Don't get
I
to
was
speak
not
right now.
talking.
You're interacting, are you not? And were you talking right before that? Okay, so if this is the setup, 6 over 9, you cannot say x over x minus 4. It has to be, if I went top to bottom, then I have to go top to bottom again, right? So x minus 4 over x. And now what? Cross multiply. So 6x equals 9 times x minus 4. And then you can distribute that. So this is going to be 6x equals 9x minus 36, right? 9 times 4. What would you do next?
Do
Subtract 9.
this 9.
Let's take away the 9x. So you get negative 3x equals negative 36.
Divide by negative 3.
Divide by negative 3. Okay, so x is 12. Make sense?
That's what I got.
Okay, the last one. Don't say it. Just try to set it up and solve it right now. Give that one a go. In a minute.
so good.
Tell me how you set this up.
For a minute, I've been drinking water all day.
Well, that's your problem. Stop drinking all your water. What over what?
5 over x.
5 over x. The two that are on the same line. Are you hearing me? This happens every time. In every one of our situations. The two that are on the same line are the two that form the ratio, right?
Oh, I didn't
So
do that.
5 over x.
I didn't do that as for a reason.
I know, but properties of proportions probably saved you and you still got the right answer.
I got 10.
So 5 over x equals 3 over 6, and you cross multiply. 30 equals 3x, and we divide by 3. So x,
So I could do what I do like every time
Is
and I'll
10.
get the right answer.
as long as you follow the right pattern with it. Mhm.
Okay.
Only because of properties of proportions. Only because math is beautiful and allows for
Math is
different
gorgeous.
scenarios.